Hello Aquarius, welcome to your weekly intuitive reading. I hope that you are doing well. We are in a powerful time of great transition and awakening, deep introspection with a lot of the planetary. I'm doing this reading actually on 7/7. So we are in a universal 7 year of 2023. The number 7, very powerful, very spiritual, and linked to spiritual awakenings. The seeker, the truth seeker, the mystic. So we are discovering more and more truths about ourselves, about life in general. Check out the video I did on the 7/7/7 energy if you feel called to, as well as the Capricorn full moon, which has a lot more detail on the energy that we are transiting through at this time. So this is a message for sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Aquarius. Keep what, these are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Aquarius. Aquarius, I feel some deep changes going on within you. Some, I see intimacy as the first card out. Some, it's that revolutionary stage that we go through in the awakening stage where I can't take this any longer. I cannot continue to have this thought or this life or this pattern any longer, and we begin to revolt. I'm taking it as intimacy, meaning I'm no longer wanting to engage in superficial relationships. I want to be brave and be transparent, be real, and so that I can have true intimate connections. This begins with the self, and it begins with a revolt, a revolutionary process of first knowing what you do not want. You may not know what you want yet, but it is important to get to understand what you do not want and let that out, let that charge out, that revolutionary energy. And it's okay to not know what you want at this time. If somebody's vomiting, you're not going to ask them what they want for dinner. So let it all out. Let it all out. It is, and responsibility is coming up, and I'm actually feeling responsibility as safety and service. Overall, your soul knows what it's here to transfer into, to move towards, which is service. Service to self, service to humanity. The stages of awakening do go through first the revolt, the revolution. This is what I do not want any longer. And we make changes, little or big, but the changes, we move into more of a just me, what I need. It tends to seem a bit narcissistic, but and many people don't stay in the stage very long, but you notice them because suddenly they dress different, or they talk different, or they act different, and that is that stage, that next stage to, I don't want to be in this energy. I don't want to be this way anymore. I'm making the change. I'm not really sure where I'm going yet. Just try not to get stuck in that middle stage. Some people really get stuck. If you look at even like the 60s revolution and freeing sexuality and freeing, the way that they dressed and everything. And then it moved to that stage, but it never opened up anymore. By the late 70s, early 80s, most of the people that were hippies were then investors or not everybody, but we're talking collectively here. Responsibility and safety. You may have been stuck in the mind when it came to what your true responsibilities are in this lifetime, in this now moment. And I feel like with safety here, you were leaning towards what seemed safe and logical for yourself. But are you being truly intimate with yourself, with life? Are you getting the spiritual downloads? Are they really, are you still in the lower chakras of needing to feel safe and secure? In the basement realm of consciousness? Because true intimacy, we need to move up into the higher chakras, into the heart, into the throat chakra, the expression, into the third eye, I see, I know, into the crown, connection, right? And it is stage, it's stages. So let's keep going here. This is a deep time of reflection. Worry with intimacy. So there's fear, there's worry. I'm learning that worry does not change an outcome. There's something you're worried about. You're worried about judgment of others. You're worried about feeling vulnerable, and it's having an impact. It may be having an impact on your ability to completely revolt from the old ways. Responsibility with friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I'm getting that some of the patterns that you are working through right now that maybe universe is reflecting to you is your sense of responsibility to others takes over your sense of responsibility to self. There are people in your life right now, Aquarius, that are showing you this or trying to show you this. So you may have been giving yourself your energy, your time, your grace to others, not to yourself. And now you're starting to see that they didn't even really care that I gave my time and energy to them because those people are in their narcissistic phase of the awakening journey. Got a big hit in my heart chakra with that one. I know. I'm actually right there with you, Aquarius. Understanding. And as we are all going through these great changes, we're going to see those who have always had the habit of reaching out and grasping and grabbing at other people's kindness and energy and time to help soothe their pain that they don't want to take a look at. I had a couple other messages come through as those were coming out, so I'm hoping that they come back because I know that they were important. Come back, come back, come back. All right, we'll go into safety. Oh, another thing that you may be realizing with the friendship and the responsibility is this time of, because we're given such a charge, a deep soul charge of almost like anger and I've had enough of this. Whatever this is for each and every one of us is different, but a lot of people have this tendency, this pattern to when you're having a bad day or a bad week and the last straw like just kind of like knocks you down, this charge of like I've had enough, it takes over and it rumbles up and it boils up, and for some God forbid whoever's the first one to cross their path, but most of the time they're like going through their Rolodex of phone numbers. Like, I need to release this charge. I need to transfer this charge onto another. And Aquarius, I feel like you may have been that other that the charge had been transferred to at times. Meaning you may have gotten phone calls or text messages or just like people like vomiting their disgust of life, of themselves or their relationships onto you. And maybe take a look inward. How do I transfer my charges onto others? When have I done this? Is this a pattern of mine? Or is my pattern to take on other people's crap? It's definitely showing us many different facets of ourselves and the way that we relate to others, and just our patterns in general. So that was a nasty one. But I have this visual of somebody, like, they're spinning in their anger and their frustration, and they need to get it out. And I feel like, Aquarius, you're the one who's taken that responsibility, or felt like it was your responsibility to answer the call. And even though you already know it's happened before multiple times and it's going to happen again, and you still take it. I feel like that is where you're worried about really truly being intimate with other people. If I let people in, I'm just going to continuously take their crap because they can't contain it, or they don't want to dive deep in to get a better look at what's really going on here. Oh, wow. Okay. Deep realizations. Revolution. That is Aquarius. Revolutionary. You have had enough of this old way. It is no longer serving me. I see what it is showing me. And it is time to set myself free. Yet there's this worry. And I get it. Trust me. I've been spending a lot of time with myself on purpose, because this energy is highly charged, and it is also very spiritual. It is very intimate, spirit and self, getting in touch with our soul. We have purpose below service. So you're really getting to... your soul is driving you towards the North Node, towards your purpose, towards the service that you truly are meant to give. It is not to take other people's crap and charge. Okay, we have blame that came out under safety. So it does feel better. And, when our safety and security is threatened, even if it's just verbally, like a verbal charge from someone else, we turn around and want to blame that person and not take the responsibility of actually answering the call, when our intuition already told us you're just going to continue to repeat a pattern. This is a codependent pattern, a people-pleasing pattern. You're also very empathic. And so you feel the pain and suffering of others. And there is this is your service. This is your true purpose, is that you intuitively know other people are in need, and so you have what they need, but your whole lifetime you've given it away freely and never given it to yourself, so you're left completely empty. And this is why you're worried about opening yourself up to true intimate connections. Wow. Okay, I have the chills all over. Okay, did not expect this type of reading today, but I don't know what I was expecting. No expectations, right? And I'm just looking at my t-shirt right now, Aquarius, with service and purpose. We rise by lifting others. This is a part of your purpose, your mission, but you have to understand the difference between being a doormat and being used, but you have to be able to navigate and engage. So you're still at this period in your phase of transformation that you're seeing what I no longer want to engage in, what I no longer want. And that is the first stage of great change, which is beautiful. and focusing on the self. It is not narcissistic, and I'm sorry that I use that word. It just tends to, when we get comfortable with taking care of ourselves only, some people get too comfortable at that stage and it's just all about me. And spirit is like, you can stay here. We're still in the solar plexus now, sacral solar plexus area, but we want you to move up to the heart, into the throat, into the third eye and the crown, and continue to rise. We rise by lifting others. So know that your stages are going to continue to elevate as long as you go with the flow of the energy and follow your heart and stop worrying. Follow your inner guidance, your intuition. It is all beautifully laid out and planned out already. And you can start to really see how the layers have been placed, the stepping stones have been placed for you. Spiritual strength. Going through the spiritual gymnastics of life, and spirit will take you through many different areas so that you can free yourself and liberate yourself. Spirit wants you to revolt against what is what does not feel good, what doesn't feel right. Follow how it feels. That is your spiritual intuition, and you are gaining spiritual strength through all of these spiritual exercises that we've all been going through. But Aquarius, I feel like this is like you've been doing hoops and somersaults and all kinds of tricks. Yeah. Definitely an evolutionary process for us all. We are all growing. We are all evolving. We are maturing. We are getting closer and closer to our true connection, to our soul, to our spirit, to the higher realms, the higher chakras. We've got to get out of the root chakra, the not feeling safe. You're having these realizations. And this is coming through the crown. Trust it. Trust your intuition. Trust the downloads that are coming in. You have been suffering. You've not spoken your truth. You don't speak up. You've been very confused as to why is this happening? Why are all these, it could be a bunch of people, or it could be one specific person that is really, really designed to get to you because they have this, you have love for them. You do. You care. They're a friend. They're in your life for a very specific reason, and you are not responsible for their healing journey, for their growth and evolution. And I feel like you're finally starting to come out of this mental confusion when it comes to that. You can still love, and Spirit wants you to still hold space and love for everyone. Yet, do not, and I don't think that you're going to after seeing this, do not continue to engage in old patterns that are just designed to show you how you're giving yourself away. You're giving your energy away. You're depleting yourself. And it's just causing frustration, anger, pain. It is triggering deeper things in the depth. But I think you already know that stuff is there at this point. It's like, why keep pouring salt in the wound? You don't need to. What your test right now is showing you, are you going to keep doing this? Are you going to keep doing what does not feel good to you? Are you going to keep answering that phone call? Are you going to keep putting yourself out there to people who do not appreciate how much energy and time it takes you to actually be there for them? They don't care. Not to say that, I mean, their soul cares, but the state of mind that they are in at that time when they do that is just like, I need to get this out of me. And Aquarius has the bandwidth to like take it from me. Here it is on a silver platter. So, okay, with safety and blame. When we no longer blame another for our life lessons and we see it for what it is, and we can thank them for the lessons. You don't have to verbally thank them. You may have a chance to down the road, but just energetically thank them for the lessons, and love begins. Self-love and love for them. Release the blame. They don't know what they do. It's that whole saying, forgive them. They know not what they do. This is definitely a lesson for you, and you are picking up on the lesson. Love begins. Allow yourself to rise up into the heart chakra. And we have sacral chakra at the bottom. What is being generated, what is being created by your life force energy that has to do with your purpose. Why you are here on this planet at this time of great chaos and change. Service. But not in the way that you have been. You have to learn that lesson first. I had to, before I could do what I'm doing. I certainly went through the ringer of, taking care of everybody and being there for everybody and all of these things. And I just nobody was there for me, right? And I finally was like, oh, I see. And I had to really pull myself out of that for Spirit to show me that, you know what? The love is not lost. These people still love you. They're in their agony, they're in their need, and you're actually feeding an addiction of theirs. So you're not helping them at all when you feel like it's your responsibility to be there and take other people's crap. It just is not your responsibility, and I think you're really getting that now. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you are designed for this particular type of service of giving of your energy, but you will be guided and directed into it will feel right. It will be a win-win. It will be a deep resonance for you when you're able to give of yourself and not deplete yourself. You need to fill your cup up first. And recognize the stages in other people's journey and where they're at, and recognize that there are most of us humans, it is just human nature to not want to sit in our own pain and frustration and anger and needing, misery loves company, isn't that a saying? And needing someone else to get us where we're at this very chaotic, frustrating moment for them, and to purge. I need to purge. Do you have space for me to purge on you? If somebody came up to you and said, do you have time and space for me to vomit all over you? Is that okay? Would you say yes? Energetically, when you think it's your responsibility to continue to allow friends and family and people to just purge all over you, that's what you're going to get, and they're not going to be very grateful or thankful for it either. They're going to be like, I feel better now, and they're going to go all about their merry way, and you're going to be left dirty, nasty smelling, feeling sick yourself, and just worn out, and then angry and blaming them because it's well, you don't even recognize that I just took your vomit all over me. I don't know why vomit keeps coming up, but it's a good analogy, right? I think you get what I'm saying. The world will take it. Cycle is coming to an end, Aquarius. Cosmic forces are working in your favor. They're working with you. Look at that beautiful dance. Things are shifting, things are changing, and every single day timelines are shifting and changing. We are having higher and deeper realizations and revelations and revolting about from the old, and just things that are what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? And then going deep in, why am I doing that? Instead of just being the victim, because that's going to keep you stuck in that place. And you have a higher place of service and your purpose. Recognize your energy for what it is, that other people can truly get benefit from your energy, but not in the way that you have been giving it. Not in the way that you've been giving it. This has to do with ancestral patterning within you. that it's time to release. And the cycle is closing. The cycle's coming to an end. It's time to learn the lessons and integrate them into your day-to-day life so that you can move forward with more wisdom, with grace, with ease, and self-love and love for others, and not to blame others. This is a really difficult journey that we are all on. 3 cups in reverse. Yeah, not feeling the love from this friend or friends that you feel very used and abused, even though deep in your heart you do know that there's love there. You question that sometimes. You do. You're able to see the hurt and pain in them, but don't get it twisted. Don't get their stuff stuck in your mind and turn it into your own suffering. Yes, of course, there's also aspects there that are showing you areas that you may be suffering in silence in your blind spots that you're like, oh, I need to shift and pivot my mindset and perspective on myself as well. This type of activity can really do a number on the self-esteem as well. Don't let that take over you, because it has nothing to do with that. Truly does not. The Star. Right now, Aquarius, Spirit is assisting you in healing this need to blame, this because you're not feeling safe in these connections. Spirit is working on healing the heart. It is part of the journey. It is a stage of the journey. There's not a whole lot of clarity there, but we have the Devil in reverse here, so it looks like you are overcoming some really some patterns that have kept you stuck in an old way for a very long time. Let's get you some advice, Aquarius. And because it's the year number 777, we're going to read from the Oracle of the 7 energies for you. So if you're liking this video so far, Aquarius, please do me a favor and click that thumbs up, that like button below this video for me. It truly helps get the messages into circulation. It helps with the algorithms in YouTube, and they have been very strange. They're shifting again. I'm not even getting half the comments on my videos, but I am getting them through email, which is very strange. So there's some glitches going on in the Matrix and in YouTube, probably in other technologies too. I'm trying to really stay off of social media at this time and focus on my growth, my path, and the messages that I'm receiving, and getting messages out as well. So clicking the like button really helps. And comment. Feel free to comment. I love to read all of your comments. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate all of you. Very much so. All right, let's get your advice, Aquarius. We have 2. We have Broken Open and a Grand Symphony. Number 27 and 28. So this is the stages. So we'll read number 27 first. A Grand Symphony. As human beings, we have a tendency to see ourselves as separate from others. This perception is the root of the cosmic joke played on us all. Although our 5 senses and intellect can help us manage our experiences in the material world, and intuition helps us navigate the invisible, we still struggle with the issue of identity and how we fit into the whole. You're facing a paradox today. You need to focus on being your unique self, for only you can bring your own special harmony to the symphony of the world. But equally, you need to learn to be selfless and put we before me, seeing yourself as part of the consciousness that unifies us all. You're being invited to step back and see the bigger picture until your individual part on the world stage disappears and blends with the glory of all life. And this is speaking of being in this crown chakra, the upper chakras. It's true that who you are and what you do counts in far-reaching ways. Consider this, though. When you listen to music, it's the whole, not any single note on its own, that makes the song come alive. So today, ask yourself, can you be part of something bigger? Can you put the principles and needs of the group above your own wants? Can you fully embrace the concept of unity in diversity by celebrating all the notes in the symphony? If so, then you will indeed be wise, and whatever you are dreaming about will be fulfilled beyond your wildest hopes. It's time to do your part to sing in harmony with others. Stay in tune and learn the new harmonies and notes. Such sweetness will arise. And then we have broken open. There are situations in life when you see the value of loss, grief, and a broken heart. Yet, it's not the pain or loss itself that must be the focus of your attention here. No, not even the story of what happened. The details surrounding what brought you to your knees is as important as what results from the experience. Can you see the situation has broken you wide open, enabling you to have an even greater capacity for love, compassion, empathy, and understanding? You cannot be the same person as before. The only way forward is to move through it without resistance or manipulation, without attempting to bargain with unseen forces, because none of your usual fallbacks can put you back together again. If you do fall prey to self-absorption or self-pity, it will just make it harder to get to the next gradual phase, leading to relief. Yet, even if you are prolonging the inevitable, you will get there eventually. The gift is in accepting who you've become as a consequence of integrating this difficult experience and allowing yourself to be more than you were. This wisdom comes at a high price, but the value of your experience of moving through and to the other side is unsurpassed. Love the you that is the result of being broken open by life's challenges and lessons. Wow, I have the chills all over, Aquarius. So definitely you are going through this metamorphosis stage. Maybe you're already past the revolting and are at the it's about me stage, which is normal. I mean, there's no normal, but that is part of the stages. Just as the messages say, don't get stuck there either. We are moving, rising up in energy. Don't give your energy away, but have love, have compassion and care for everyone else, because we are all going through, you know, some people are really spinning out, other people are like, wow. So, you know, stay in the higher chakras and watch from the bird's eye view your transformation and anybody else that you are engaging with at this time. This is your message for this week, Aquarius. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I am sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.